It is Friday again, and what does that mean? It means my favorite way, and hopefully your favorite way, to get to know your Atlas recruiter, the often imitated, never duplicated Atlas MedStaff 5-Question Friday. With me this week, allied recruiter, Berkely Bellecort.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I know you don't live far from here, but it's good to see you in the office.
It's so good to be back in sometimes.
Good. All right.
It's nice to pop in.
All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, question number 1. Tell me who Berkely is.
That's such a loaded question.
That's why I start with it.
Well, Berkely is the person that is very open and personable and loves being around people. So I love being in a job where I get to talk to people a lot. So essentially getting paid to talk is kind of my favorite. I am a small town girl, so I live right now on some land and just, doing everything farm girl life, I guess.
We're gonna get to that, for sure. That's one of the questions. In fact, that's question number 2. You have a lot of animals, pets, that type of thing. It sounds like a big just menagerie. Talk about that a little bit.
My partner and I, we both grew up in small towns, and then we moved to Omaha to further our education. And at some point when we got together, we just both were enough and done with the city. So we started talking about getting out of the city, and that kind of also was around COVID when everybody was all closed in. So it was just like, this is kind of the time to start doing it. So we started looking, and we found an acreage outside of Lincoln. And so then from there, we just started adding to our animals, and we try to do it as slowly as possible so we are fully not diving in the wrong way, so that way we're not overwhelmed. So right now we have a small flock of peafowl. We have a large amount of chickens because we show and breed them.
Show chickens? You
Yes.
can do this?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Lots of medals and shows and awards and all kinds of things.
Okay, all right.
And my kids show them as well.
Okay,
so.
all right. It sounds fascinating. Like it's like I harken back to the Seinfeld rooster, little Jerry, and right. I mean, it's a very large. That's interesting. Okay.
Sometimes they're hard to carry, but you get them used to you picking them up and carrying them around, and then you're just kind of like holding a football. It's the funniest thing, and they get baths, and they're just used to it, and they're just along for the ride. But then we also are trying to live as sustainably as we possibly can. So we get pigs for meat, and we do meat chickens, and we're planning on adding a few horses once we can fence off some more of our property. But we're going to be farming some fish this year and adding some bees. So,
do you find there's any animosity between the feeder chickens and the show chickens? Do they ever like?
No, because the feed chickens are only around for 8 weeks, so they don't really know. They don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I can see. Okay, question number 3. Your bio on our webpage says you want to give a TED Talk.
Yes.
What would the topic of that TED Talk be?
Overcoming challenges.
Okay.
I've had everybody has a story. I think that I've essentially had a large overcoming of a lot of death in my life, and trying to, because somebody is going to lose somebody at some point. It's just the matter of life. And my TED Talk, I'd like to focus around how you overcome the challenges of an unexpected death, or a death that really hit home really hard, and how to really learn and grow from that death and that massive loss that you had.
Interesting. I would watch that TED Talk.
Thank you.
All right, question number 4. Who or what inspires you?
Inspiration-wise, I would say just I'm quite a perfectionist, so I like to try to strive to be better all the time. I want to be the person that is the person that holds open doors because it's something that's nice to do for somebody, not because somebody's watching you. So I strive to always be a little bit better every day and a little bit more empathetic to everybody around me and other people. So really, it's just everybody around me that I try to just be more welcoming and empathetic towards.
Gotcha. Okay. Question number 5. If you can go anywhere in the world, where would you go? And you've been to some interesting places. I know this for sure.
I have. Really, it would be France. France really has my heart.
Okay. Just Paris, or you want to travel around France?
I had the opportunity, my brother lived in France, and I had in Orléans, so south of Paris. So I had the opportunity to see a lot of the French southern countryside, and that's where I think that you get way more of the French culture, and the experience is in the southern part of France.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes,
That
it's
was
so
not.
good.
That wasn't that bad, was it?
I'll try not to cough like every 30 seconds.
That's okay. Berkely is one of our allied recruiters, which is a new thing for us. New within the past year and a half
Yeah.
for us at Atlas here. So, if you are looking for a recruiter that has their own land, that likes showing chickens, which I didn't even think was a thing, which is awesome, and that's why we do these things. Berkely's for you. We're going to put all of our contact information right down here. I want to come to the next time you show chickens. I think that would be fun.
It's pretty entertaining.
I bet. So
We have big poofy head chickens, and they're probably the funnest because you don't think that they can see you, and they look all around.
oh my gosh. All right. Berkely, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks so much.
We'll see you next time.